Hello and welcome to the channel. In a move to ease the sufferings of millions of Nigerians over the recently redesigned new Naira notes on its subsequent scarcity, despite massive deposition of the whole notes, the All Progressives Congress APC governors have asked President Buhari to allow the whole notes coexist with the new ones. The president on his part promised to resolve the crisis within 7 days. Only time will tell though as we wait and see if Baba will keep his end of the bargain. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. APC governors to Buhari, let old notes coexist with new ones. Governors elected on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC yesterday tabled before President Muhammadu Buhari a proposal to allow the old and new Naira notes coexist as a means of easing the current suffering of Nigerians. Buhari blamed banks for the harrowing experiences of Nigerians but asked the people to give him 7 days to resolve the crisis. Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu accused the CBN of partisanship ahead of this month's elections and warned that unless some urgent redemptive steps are taken to ameliorate the debilitating effects of seeming desultory and nonchalant disruptions of their normal, simple lives, a series of events with unpleasant consequences is inevitable. Emerging from a meeting between Buhari and the governors, Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai told reporters in Hausa that the Naira scarcity was capable of derailing the coming elections if not urgently addressed. He, however, said the governors appealed to Buhari to allow the old and new Naira notes to coexist. The governor said the Naira scarcity was caused mainly by the CBN, which, according to him, mopped up over 2 trillion Naira of the old notes and pushed out only 300 billion Naira of the new notes. El-Rufai, with whom was his Kano State counterpart, Abdullahi Ganduje, said even if the CBN had wanted to implement the cashless policy, it should have printed a half of what it mopped up for a start. He said the APC governors told the president that the masses were suffering and traders losing their goods owing to lack of patronage. He gave the example of tomato sellers that traveled to Lagos with their goods, but all got wasted because people had no money to buy. They appealed to the president to reconsider his stance. El-Rufai said Buhari's response to their proposal was neither positive nor negative, and that the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, PGF, Atiku Bagudu, had stayed to meet the president privately with the hope of convincing him. He said, "Yes, we sat with the president. We, the APC governors, showed him our concerns and the challenges that our people have been confronting due to this policy they brought about Naira notes redesign. The president explained to us what he was told, and we observed that the central bank and the printing and minting company did not tell him the reality of what is happening. What is happening is that first, they said the money they have collected from the people right now is over 2 trillion Naira, but the new notes they printed is just 300 billion Naira. How can you collect this kind of money and print 300 billion Naira? That is why people are facing hardship. The new notes are scarce. They are not enough. If you also look at some states and local government areas that don't have banks and the challenges people are facing with POS, that is why we are facing these challenges. People don't have money to take care of their daily domestic needs. Tomato sellers take their products to Lagos. They don't get to sell it. They get rotten and they lose their money. All this we explained to the president, and he said within this week that is remaining, because the 10 days extension is already remaining 7 days now. The president said he will meet the CBN and others, including the commercial banks, because they too are partly at fault. He said he will hear from them before he will know what he will do. The president did not show us that there is no going back on this matter. He didn't show us that the matter is over and there won't be further extension. He didn't also show us that there will be extension. He only told us that he will meet the CBN and others to know what exactly is happening. But on our part, we told him what is happening at the state level and what the people are facing, and our fears that this problem, if not addressed, may cause tension in the country, and we fear that it may mar the general elections. It can even stop the election. As a result of this, the president said he will look into the matter. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn on the notification bell. Thank you. It is our leader, Governor Atiku Bagudu, that spoke, and other governors too. Presently, he has gone to see the president privately again. When he comes out, he will speak to you further on the matter. You can ask him what transpired. What we, the governors, are saying is that this Naira swap period should be extended so that everyone can get to change their money, because there is no way 300 billion Naira can be enough to change 2 trillion Naira. Even if you say you don't want half of the money out in cash, at least you should print 1 trillion Naira, not 300 billion Naira. That money will not be enough. That is the problem. So our own advice is that the whole notes and the new ones should be spent side by side until the whole notes are gradually withdrawn from circulation. Anytime that you print enough new notes, you can withdraw the whole notes. For now, the new notes are not enough. Anyone that tells you they have printed enough new notes is lying, and they are telling the leaders what is not true. When asked about the allegation that he was attacking Buhari for his own personal ambition, El Rufai said, "I am not attacking Buhari. The people I am tackling are those that are around the president, that are not telling him the truth about what is happening, those that are not showing him what people are passing through due to these policies. What the president came up with, we the governors gave him our support because we know his intention. But this thing is not properly implemented, and they are not telling him the truth. And we, the true followers of Buhari, not those following him because of what they will eat, we have to tell him the truth. President Muhammadu Buhari knows me. He knows how far we have come with him. He knows the kind of person I am. So, what personal ambition am I pursuing? Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is our party's candidate, and we want him to win the election. I have told Asiwaju more than 10 times that I am not looking for government job. He is the one that insisted he wants to work with me by force." Also speaking, Ganduje said the other complaint they made to the president was in respect of the current fuel scarcity. His words, "Our request is for the deadline to be shifted, not only shifted, but the whole currency should go along with the new currency until whole currency dies a natural death, which is possible." He said he will look into that. On the fuel scarcity, he said the president only promised to look into it. However, Buhari's special assistant on media and publicity, Malam Garba Shehu, said in a statement that the president appealed to Nigerians to give him 7 days to resolve the lingering cash crisis. The president also blamed the crisis on the banks. He expressed doubts about their commitment to the success of the policy. Some banks are inefficient and only concerned about themselves, Buhari was quoted as saying. He said even if a year is added, problems associated with selfishness and greed won't go away. He said he had seen television reports about car shortages and hardship to local businesses and ordinary people, and pledged that the current extension will be used to remove all obstructions to the success of the Naira swap. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.